Okay guys, hello. So this is also very late. I've definitely been slacking on recording all these videos because I was away at Sean's for a couple of weeks and I've only just got around to recording my battle with him. Now this, well, I would say it's not traditional, but how do you build for someone when you're literally sharing a bedroom with them for 2 weeks? Well, we agreed 5-minute build, sitting on opposite ends of the bed, no Dynamaxing, and this was what came out of it. Yeah, there's not really much else to it. But I brought Zero with an assault vest because it seemed pretty good. Jellicent came because why would I not bring Jellicent? And I cannot remember for the life of me why I brought a Cassiberry, but there you go. I brought Ambipom with a Life Orb. It did quite well versus Sean's team in my opinion. Fast, hits hard. Life Orb gives you the extra damage. And I think this was actually the first game I brought it. So that went about as well as you can expect. I brought Whimsicott, I don't know, the Tailwind, even though I pretty much had an entire team that was faster than Sean's. But there you go. I had a great idea to use Cotton Spore on whichever one of his mons was really slow, really fast. I cannot remember. I originally wanted to go with... what was it that I wanted to go with? I think it was Captivate. It was either Captivate or Charm. I can't remember which one it was, but it said I wasn't allowed because it's a can't move, and I didn't know this. So I went with Cotton Spore instead. I thought it was quite funny. I was building in 5 minutes. I didn't know what was going on. I brought Roserade with Papa Berry. I wanted to do my usual spread hazards everywhere and then hex everything to death with Jellicent. I'm pretty repetitive. And Celestina I kind of just slapped onto the end. I didn't really want to bring it because my stalling ability is questionable. But it did kind of just sit there, so I was kind of hoping I might be able to do something. Yeah, I mean, spoiler alert, Sean absolutely beat the shit out of me, as fully expected, but it didn't mean that we weren't completely in hysterics the entire time while doing it, because we were both sitting opposite ends of the bed, eyeing each other very suspiciously every time we were going to press a button. But I'll go through the battle, and I can exactly point out where Sean started yelling at me. And this was the first time I was using my custom avatar, so I was very excited about it. He leads Sizzle onto Whimsicott, I just stun Spore it, and I got the paralysis first turn, so this started very well. I swapped in Celestina, and Sizzle manages to U-turn out. Crit is like, yeah. Sarah going to start again, game's a dub because we got hacked 2 turns in a row. He comes out into Electros, I throw a Toxic on it, very slow, surprisingly. I get knocked off, no leftovers for Celestina anymore. And I swap out into Zeraora on this, thinking there was going to be a Volt Switch, which I did, and Sean called me boring for it. Yeah, so this involved a lot of yelling at each other. Threw a knockoff onto the Weezing, knocked off its Black Sludge, no recovery there, so we got 1 for 1 items. I switch out, does a fair amount of damage surprisingly. I go back into Celestina. Strange Steam doesn't do too much. I cannot say Strange Steam for the life of me. I throw out a Leech Seed onto it, and I didn't realise that Weezing got Fire Blast, which is a very good start for me. And it was a crit, and I think we looked at it after the battle and it mattered. But it's not too bad. Painplate goes into Scald, I get the crit back, and I also get the burn, so we kind of said it was a 1 for 1 there. This game was full of hacks. It didn't really matter too much in the long run, but it was quite funny at the time. And I hex it, get it right down to 3%, which means I kill Weezing with Jellicent. Now this is where Sean came out of the bathroom and started yelling at me because he wanted me to press Scald onto a steam engine Colossal. He was not too happy with me. And he managed to get all 5 Rock Blasts, which is unfortunate, but it was funny at the time. Needless to say, he was not too happy with me. And I say I wasn't that stupid. I was kind of like, I kind of forgot that Colossal was a fire typing threat. And I also forgot what Steam Engine does. So it was a complete accident that I threw a Toxic onto it. And it was weakness policy, so he just wanted to sweep me with his thing. If I hit it with a Scald, because Steam Engine meant speed rises, I think, and then weakness policy would have finished it off. We go for one with Ambipom and Colossal over here. Whimsicott comes back out into Mega Alakazam, and I've finally been on the end of having to deal with this thing, and it was terrifying. Which means he got the substitute Prankster, which is unfortunate. And it meant I couldn't use Cotton Spore on it, which was apparently the whole reason I wanted to. Which was just unfortunate, really. He also gets the Spadef drop, not that it matters too much for Whimsicott, I think, at this point. So Whimsicott goes down to Alakazam. At least I break the substitute, but the Prankster does mean he can just set it back up. He goes back out into Scizor onto the Roserade. And I throw an Energy Ball out onto the Scizor, and it gets the Spadef drop, oddly enough. But it doesn't matter too much because Scizor just completely knocks Roserade out of the park. And I give the attack boost to Conkeldurr with Toxic. So Zeraora was my last one standing, and I don't quite do enough damage to Conkeldurr, not realising it was actually that tanky. So he goes pretty much back up to full with the Drain Punch. So the best I can do is just press Plasma Fist, but he has priority, and that's game. So I wasn't actually expecting to win this battle, but it was a whole lot of fun. And that's kind of how it goes when Sean and I battle. Either we're both completely drunk, or that one time in a different league where I suggested we play Metronome rather than actually playing an actual battle, and that's like the only time I've beaten him. But it was fun just to sit next to each other, hiding our laptops from each other and building, and then yelling at each other while we were battling. But yeah, I'm sorry this video was so late. There wasn't really much to talk about in this battle, because Sean completely railed me regardless of whether his Colossal strategy worked or not. But in week 6 I fight Triv, so I'll get around to recapping that battle because I've obviously already done it at this point, and in week 7 I fight Elliot, which should be tomorrow at the time of recording. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment. Don't have to subscribe, because obviously this isn't my main content. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. So, bye bye.